Today is going to be a little bit of change up. We're gonna do nearly all body weight. There's gonna be one move today that has a little bit of a lightweight, but today is going to be nearly all body weight because we're doing 3 rounds of each pair, 15 reps of each move. So when we do a higher rep scheme like that, we're working on building some cardio endurance. So we're gonna do 15 of each of those moves today. First up, we have the reverse lunge with a pulse. So you're gonna set up with those feet side by side here, and we wanna make sure that we're pulling the hips underneath and keeping the rib cage down so that there's no arch in the low back here, okay? Shoulders are back and down, long neck. I'm stepping my right foot back, 90 degrees in the front knee, 90 degrees in the back knee. Front knee tracks the outside 2 toes, and this is where we add that pulse. We're just gonna get a controlled bounce. 1, 2, 3. Use that exhale, pressure in the belly, drive up, squeeze those glutes at the top. Then you're gonna do 15 on that right leg, stepping back, and then we'll switch 15 on the left leg, stepping back. Then our next move today is our hand tap push-up. So you're gonna start in that nice high plank position. Hands are directly below the shoulders. We set up in that high plank. We just wanna make sure that we're pulling the pelvis underneath, long neck, and then screw those elbows in. We wanna aim for 45 degrees in the elbows here, okay? We don't wanna see a T, about 45 degrees so we have an arrow. And then if we're all the way glued to our side, that'd be more like a tricep push-up. So arrow here, and then screw those elbows in, long neck, chin tucked. You're coming down into that push-up, use your exhale. And then once you get to the top, we're gonna just tap that left hand to the right, reset, back in that push-up, exhale up, long neck, chin tucked, and then we're gonna tap our right hand to our left hand, left. So it's just creating a little bit of extra core stability, and we're engaging that core, pressing that belly out, okay? So you're gonna tap that hand to the right at the top, and then opposite right hand to the left, okay? So 15 push-ups, alternating taps to each side, okay? Repeat that with our reverse lunge, 15 on each side, okay? Next up, we have our squat tap. So in our squat tap, one option, if you guys have a band in that squat tap, you can put that band just above the knees. If you don't have a band, you can go without on this one. So feet shoulder width apart, pull those hips underneath, stack the rib cage on top of your pelvis, keep that neck nice and long. As we sink into that squat, knees track the outside 2 toes. We're here, and then we're tapping the right foot out, back together, tapping the left foot out, back together. Stand it up, squeeze at the top, right back into it. Sink in that squat, long neck, chin tucked, pressure in the belly, tap, tap, squeeze at the top. Okay, so 15 of those, tapping once to the right, once to the left on each. Next move, we have our half kneeling press. So this one, when we're doing 15 reps, we don't need a super heavy weight. We're gonna set up half kneeling. Ducks. Got our dish soap that has ducks on it. Should we show them how to do it with the ducks? So left knee is planted, right foot is up. From here, we just wanna make sure that we're pulling the hips underneath, stack the rib cage on top of your pelvis, and that we're keeping that neck nice and long with the chin tucked. Okay, you're gonna load that weight, stack that hand over your elbow, and then we're using that exhale as we press overhead here, controlled on the way back down. Exhale and press, keep the shoulder back and down, back to the top. Okay, so we'll do 15 pressing with that left hand, and then we'll switch, pressing 15 on our right hand, okay? Find something that is a good weight that you can maintain that good form for all 15 reps, okay? Last set, we have the RT4 with hip extension. So this is a hinge from the hip, and you have to think of it from that hinge perspective. As we fold in half here, we're shifting the glutes and the hips back, and then we're thrusting those hips through at the top, okay? We're gonna add a little layer of complexity here. So we're gonna stack our elbow directly below our shoulder. Bottom knee comes to 45 degrees in front of you, and we're gonna make sure that we're starting with that hip tapped down to the ground, okay? The thrust comes from pressing through the knee and the elbow. Keep that nice neutral spine so we've got a straight line from the nose to our hips. Chin is tucked, and keep that rib cage down. Oh, thanks for the encouragement, okay? Should we show them how to do it? Come behind, come right here. Okay, ready? Let's show them. So long neck, chin tucked, use your exhale. We're pressing those hips through, giving that squeeze on the glutes at the top. And then we're gonna fold, sinking those hips back, tap, press, and squeeze. We don't need to show anyone mom's hair right now. You wear your hat too. So that one's gonna be 15 on each side. Here you go. Right, put it right there. So 15, pressing from that left elbow, left knee, and then you'll switch to the other side, thrusting through that right elbow and right knee. And then our last one today is gonna be scissor jumping jacks. So in the scissor jumping jacks, we're gonna just kind of change up our jumping jack position, and we're gonna be crossing the feet. So feet are side by side, and then we're just crossing the right foot in front of the left, back to our starting point, left foot in front of the right, okay? We're gonna create a lot of tension by engaging those shoulder blades back and down, and we're gonna use those arms. We wanna think about squeezing those shoulder blades back together, and then big time pressure in the belly, okay? So focus on that exhale, intra-abdominal pressure, keeping that rib cage down. Give myself a little space here. So here, we're gonna start with those hands crossed in the front, and then start with the hands wide, and then we're gonna just cross that right foot in front of the left, back out, left in front of the right, back out, okay? So putting it all together. Make sure we're creating that tension through those shoulder blades, core engaged. Okay, pull those elbows back and engage those shoulder blades, okay? So you're gonna step in front with the right foot, in front with the left foot, that's 1. 15 of those, okay? So 30 steps each. You're gonna repeat that one, the hip extension, scissor jacks, 3 by 15. And then we'll finish out with our Metcon, our cardio spike at the end today. So first up, we have these step ups with the knee drive. So let me grab my step. I've just got a bucket to use today. Just make sure whatever you're stepping on is nice and sturdy and that you're able to step through safely, okay? I'm gonna plant my right foot on that box. Sorry, I should say this is 4 rounds, 40 seconds working, 20 seconds resting. So we'll do that first full set, stepping on the right leg, plant that right foot, knee tracks the outside 2 toes, use that exhale, knee drives up, left knee drives up. Tap it back down, step back, big exhale, okay? If you need to, just slow it down and take that step, stepping the foot off the box out, okay? So you're just planting, use your exhale, step. Just slow it down if you need to. You can step to something lower. So first set's on the right leg, second set's on the left leg. You do those over here. Go do it. Then we have our high knees. So this one, we just want to make sure we're keeping the pressure in the belly and that we're not arching the low back. So keep the rib cage down, and we're just alternating, hopping right to left, okay? Give yourself that hand target as you hop, keeping the chin tucked, okay? As we get into this one, we tend to want to start to lean back and jut that chin out, okay? So rib cage stays down, long neck, chin tucked. So 40 seconds of high knees, and then we rest for 20. And then we've got the ski. So you're gonna set up, and we're gonna just be skiing here. We're gonna step with that opposite hand, step with the left foot, fanning with the right hand, okay? So we're just exchanging those feet here, okay? Get a nice little cardio spike. Again, keep that neck nice and long with the chin tucked, okay? You can slow it down, and you can just step, 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 okay? And then our last move today is the side shuffle. So again, if you have a band or something, you can give yourself a little bit of resistance around the knees. Just put that above the knees here. And then in that side shuffle, we're gonna get a nice, good burn on the abductors here, okay? The outside part of the glute, okay? Sink into that athletic position. Rib cage down, long neck, chin tucked, using that exhale as we push out that outside foot. I'm using my right foot to push myself to the left here. And then on the way back, using my left to push back to the right. Okay, so 40 seconds working, 20 seconds resting, and that is our cardio for today. So